my name is John Jentz. I'm CEO of Latitude Uranium, and happy today to talk to you about our company, the uranium industry in general, what our asset base and what we're doing, and why we think that the company is a great investment opportunity. When we look at the macro in terms of nuclear power, I think everyone around the world, no matter where you live, has been affected by power generation, whether they be brownouts, whether they be floods, whether they be energy insecurity, or just plain old rising bills. Everyone's been affected by that. Everyone's been affected by what's going on in terms of climate change. And of course, everybody wants green energy. And really, nuclear is the backbone of that. Other renewables are helpful, but they don't provide the baseload power. And hydro is helpful as well, and it's a great source, but it's not flexible in terms of being able to put it where you need it. So really, nuclear is the answer. We think it's one of the only answers. And if the world is going to come to any type of stability in terms of energy security, energy provision, electricity generation, giving people what they need to live, and while providing a sustainable world for everybody, nuclear is the answer. When we look at our asset base, in terms of our Canadian portfolio, we have two assets. First asset is Angilak. It's in the territory of Nunavut. You can see it there. It's in the southern Arctic. Very large property. It's 685 square kilometers. A historical resource of 43 million pounds at a world-class grade of 0.69. There's some byproducts there. And this year, excitingly, we have an $8 million budget. We're about 75% of the way through that at this point. We've got our first batch of drill results done. That should be upcoming next week. So we're excited about that. The team is mobilizing to site as we speak to get the last quarter of the project or the program done. So that'll be done towards the end of the year. And those will be releasing CPS data, counts per second. And the assays are in certain batches going to Saskatchewan. Our CMB project in Labrador, even larger, 1,500 square kilometers, historical resources at Morin Lake and Anna Lake. And there we have a $4 million budget. Approximately one of that's already been spent on geophysics at our Mustang Lake property. Those are being interpreted, and we'll get those out soon. The remaining $3 million, we have an airborne mag survey being done. That's being done currently. Interpretation, everything like that before the year end. And what we're looking for is two things. One is uranium occurrences that we didn't know about, and the potential for IOCG, iron oxide, copper, gold. When you find these are fairly big, and if there is that potential, which our team believes, it'll show up in the gravity. So we're very excited about that. All coming in the next 6 months. We look at the company in terms of the people in the market, in the capital structure. Phil Williams, our executive chairman. Phil and I have worked together. We've always had our eyes on the Angilak asset. When we worked together back in 2005 at a firm called Westwind. I was in banking. Phil was our uranium analyst. We've always liked this asset primarily to its grade and its mineability. Richard Patricio, he's CEO of Mega. Again, he's been around the uranium industry for at least 20 years. Very helpful on the board. Justin Reed, CEO of Troilus, which is a gold company. But Justin also used to work at Paladin, and he was the uranium analyst at a firm called Cormark in Toronto back when the boom. Bridget is there. Jim Paterson came to us with the LUR transaction when we bought Angilak. He's been with the asset for 20 years, so a great resource. And Rob Carpenter is a LUR nominee, came with the transaction. And he is actually a terrific addition. He's actually worked at the project. Some of the reports that have been written there, he is one of the authors. So a great resource for both the territory and the asset itself. In terms of management and technical team, Greg's our CFO. He's been doing this for 20 years. He's terrific. Nancy's got 15 years in uranium and another 5 years in other metals. She's worked at companies like Orano and Areva, based in Saskatchewan primarily. Now she's heading up the technical team with all the people you can see there at our St. John's, Newfoundland office. In terms of capital structure, a little over 200 million shares, some options and some warrants. At the current market price of 17, 18 cents, we're about mid-30s market cap, Canadian dollars. Again, we've got the cash in the bank today to fund both projects and some runway, so that's a good thing. And only one analyst at this point in terms of Red Cloud, Dave Talbot, who is a uranium analyst who's been around for quite some time based in Toronto, buy rating the $1.35 target, that's Canadian dollars. Again, in terms of investment highlights, we think our company is a great value, the right industry, the right assets, and the right people, and we're undervalued. We've been through why uranium is going to go through what I believe is going to be a 5 to 10 year bull market for all the reasons stated. We think we have the right asset base. Angilak's top tier. All we have to do is what we're focused on now, which is taking the world-class grade and helping with the world-class size. So we want to grow that 43 million pounds. Again, Newfoundland, Labrador, Canada federally, always highly ranked jurisdictions, which is important these days. And they're very big camps. And we have the right people in terms of management, technical, the board, and regular mining and uranium. And we're going to deliver benefits to all the stakeholders. And I believe the company is fairly undervalued. If you just look at it just solely on base of Angilak, if we've got a market cap in the mid-30s, Canadian dollars, Canadian millions, we've got a historical reserves of 43. That's about 80 cents a pound. It's Canadian. Call it 60 cents American, U.S. It's fairly undervalued in relative historic comp, especially for that type of grade. So we're very excited. We're fully funded, and we're going to have lots of news flow from now till the end of the year. So we're excited to get that out and let the shareholders know.